Like last night, did you go? Did you go? Yeah.
Yeah, I won't be able to stay. I'm just stopping by. Yeah, I'm headed to the hospital. They want to contract. They want to test my eye.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm getting I'm get my certification.
Okay. Okay. Good. That's a good deal.
They don't know.
They
They about to find out. Yes, sir.
That's good. I love it. Hey, son, how you doing? Good. I'm waiting the fall to come. It's too hard. I like me summer, but this summer's hot. I don't know if it's just me, but growing up, it did not seem like it was this hot. I mean, we played outside during the summertime. Fall out there now.
Yeah. Well, cry your parents till you come in the house.
Oh yeah, that was punishment. In the house, really? In the summertime, I gotta be in the house. Now it's just reverse. Yeah, the kids go outside. I don't want to go outside. It's amazing. It's amazing. Hey, now I have a 2 o'clock. Is it? Coach. Okay. Okay. All right, well, we're going to get started. How's everybody doing this afternoon? Great. All right, it's about 1 second after. All right. Let's have a word of prayer. And those who are online, bless you. And those who are coming in, you can come in and get you something to eat, snack on. Good deal. If y'all don't mind filling up the tables just a little bit this way, yeah, that'd be good. Thank you. That's good. All right. Let's pray. God, we just thank you for the opportunity to teach on leadership using your word as the foundation. We thank you for everyone who's in the room today, all these leaders that are leading in various capacities, whether it's at their ministry, whether it's at their job, whether they're entrepreneur, no matter what, we thank you for your leadership. And the greatest leader that ever lived was your son, Jesus, Yeshua HaMashiach. So we thank you for that. Lead us and guide us. In your name, pray. Amen. Amen. All right. So we are in part 2. Everybody should have a handout. Part 2 of the discipline advantage in leadership. And we skipped a little bit last time because I wanted to make sure that we talked about the various quadrants, okay, of priority in leadership. So I'm gonna go back up under. So you go to page. Let me see. You go to page 3. Like I said, you just got to get you something to eat and let me see if you can. And page 3. And we're going to go and look where it says the discipline of strategic leadership. The discipline of strategic leadership. And discipline really sets you above everyone else. You know, we all have 24 hours in a day. Would you agree, right?
Yes.
Everybody have 24 hours in a day. It's what you do with those 24 hours which makes you distinct from anyone else at any other level, right? We give excuses. We do a thing called the table with young adults, and had a great time last night with them. But and I told them, we all can make excuses, but excuses are just smoke screens for the uncommitted. I can say, Bill, hey, I'm wearing it because, hey, I was born in the projects, and I'm a black man. Well, that's absolutely true, right? But Can I use that for excuse forever? At all? No, you can't. No, I can't say Summer from Okinawa, and because she's from Okinawa, there's some kind of excuse or something. No, not at all. You have to discipline yourself to get past any hurdles that is in front of you, that's in your life, that's hindering you from where you need to be. Now I need you to do something. I need you to tell somebody and just look at them and say, greatness is in you.
Greatness is in you.
I tell you, Bill, greatness is in you. You tell me too. Thank you. No, but great it is. But guess what? It's going to take some discipline. It's going to take some work to get it out of you. But it's in us, and we can do it, and we can do some marvelous things and make a serious difference in this country, in this world, right? But it's going to take some discipline. Now, I have here the discipline of strategic leadership. It's on page 3. It says this segment equips leaders with the discipline needed to make decisions, manage resources, and sustain focus. And you may want to underline sustain focus, because a lot of times we scroll, we just go kind of where the wind go. Sustain focus, especially when navigating complexity and change. Okay. Now there are 4 areas, and we talked about number 2, and we may go over just a little bit today for those who wasn't here. Who wasn't here last month? Okay, so for y'all. Okay, all right. Habakkuk, this is scripture for you. Habakkuk 2:2-3. I didn't write the whole thing down, but it says, write the vision, right? Write the vision, make it plain, right? Write it down, so those who read it can run with it. You got to be disciplined enough to write down where you're going, what you're doing, okay? Very important. So number 1 says, in these 4 areas, okay, aligning decisions with long-term vision and goals. You have to align your decision with long-term vision and goals. Now, here's the deal. How can you align a decision when you don't have a goal? Bishop, you can't, can you? You can't. And see, that's why most people, okay, make bad decisions. Because what's your goal? You make a decision at work, on your job, whether you the CEO or whether you the custodian, it don't make no difference. But in that sense, if you make a decision, and what are you basing it on? Are you basing it on a vision, okay, a goal, or you just what you feel? And if you do that, you're gonna be in trouble. Why alignment matters? Let's talk about this. Strategic leadership requires clarity of purpose and alignment between daily decisions and the broader mission. So you have daily decisions and you have a broader mission, right? At Emmanuel, we launch leaders, right? We are empowering every generation, okay, saving and discipling people, okay? Our mission, what we do, right? That's goal over here. At Ability Plus, okay, we're enabling dreams, we're enabling lives and dreams, okay? That's the mission, okay? At a Vision Excellence Company, we are maximizing individuals and leaders' potential, right? Okay, now those are 3 different organizations. That's the mission. But what are your daily decisions that's supporting those missions? That the mission of what you're doing personally and what you're doing, of course, as a company, ministry, or whatever. Okay. Me? Yes. Right now? Oh, okay. Okay. What's that? Yeah. Thanks. We good, y'all. Relax. Okay. Thank you. He's taking care of me. Yeah, wardrobe manufacturing. All right. So here's the deal. So how are you aligning that, right? How are you aligning that decision with the broader mission, right? With the broader mission, okay, of what you're doing. You got to have a goal. Here's the deal. You need a personal goal as well. What's your personal goal? I know you got a goal at work, your company, but what's your personal goal? That's important. Misaligned decisions can lead to wasted resources and lost trust. Misaligned decision. How many of y'all have some decisions that was not aligned? I know I have, right? It costs you something. It costs you something. Now, here's the deal. Most people think they're going to reach their maximum potential without doing what we're doing today. That's what really I don't say get me, but it kind of disappointed me because most people think like they talk about where they going, what they gonna do, but they're not they gotta be at this teaching, but they're not at anything that's developing them. Your job is your job, and it will develop you, but it may not be development. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And so now you got to learn how to discipline yourself in areas in order to grow. Now I got to brag on Bill, okay? Because Bill is doing things I like. Bill brought me 2 books today, and they are good books. The author of the book he's a handsome dude. He got a younger brother, but he's a good looking one. Okay. Let me see the books, Bill. Now these 2 books. Now Bill is an executive. He's a corporate guy. Okay, he's doing really good. Got people who you know, but he already read this one. He read No Bad Days. Did a great job of backing it up on social media. Okay, and then he gonna read this. Well, I signed both of them today. Now I'm going somewhere with this. I thought about this before you even brought this book for me to sign. I was thinking today, like, what do successful people do? People I know who are very successful, what do all of them have in common? I mean, like everyone, I don't know one that don't. Can I tell you what it is? They all read. They all read books, articles, something that's going to help them. Everyone, I don't know one that don't. I'm thinking about like a lot of people I know who have done really, really well. Every one of them have a disciplined regimen to read. Every one, I'm telling you, it's a secret sauce sometimes. But that's this. So now you got to make a decision. Now, let me say this: what are you gonna read? Now, I like sports, and I like reading Bleacher Reports. We don't really get Sports Illustrated no more, nothing like that. But you gotta decide what you're gonna read and why, for what reason. Y'all still with me? I ain't lose y'all on that one. I just want to encourage you on that. Okay, I just want to encourage you. Okay. Now, how to stay aligned? How to stay aligned? Begin with the end in mind. Begin with the end in mind. Define measurable long-term goals. Begin with the end in mind. So if you want to make a big splash in the water, do you throw a pebble? No. You throw a big rock, a boulder, right? So begin with the end in mind, all right? What do you want to do? Whether it's in your workplace, whether it's in your family, whether it's in some business you want to start or organization, nonprofit, or whatever it may be, what are your long-term goals? And then you back up. Sometimes we're making decisions from the beginning. You got to make decision from the end, if I'm making sense. Yes, what is the end? Then you make your decision. You don't make your decision just, how I feel today. No, where do you want to go? There are many decisions that I made as a young boy based on what I saw years down the road. Brandon would tell you, there are times that I say, hey, I'm out, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Because my mind was, I can't risk that, because if so, it may stop what I want to do here. So I made a decision. I made a business decision at 15, 14. Like, no, I ain't doing that. Right? Now, there were times I didn't make the right decision. Like everybody, right? Yes. And we had to pay for it. Now, here's the thing. If you made a decision and you did not have the discipline, 10 years ago, don't beat yourself up. You can't undo that. What you have to do? Start what you said? Start now. Yeah, start now. Okay, that's what's important. All right, second way to stay aligned is use guiding principles or core values as a decision-making filter. What are your core values? What do you believe in? Okay, What are the principles that you bedrock stand on? I'm not a cheater. So if I have to win by cheating, stealing, I'm out. I'm out. Anybody? I'm out. Right? No, I just not who I am. It goes against my principles. Now, with some people, they'll cheat in a minute, steal, do anything to get ahead, right? At all costs. But you got to have those principles. Regularly communicate. The third way to stay aligned is regularly communicate the vision to teams to ensure collective focus. So what you and your team, right? On your job, your team at your, with your family, your team at work, at church, whatever, right? You have to communicate the vision, because we have to keep reminding ourselves, every decision we make, we are disciplined in every decision based on what we want, based on where you want to go, right? Any thoughts with that? Anybody have a comment with that? Okay. Ephesians 5:15-16 talks about how we should walk circumspectly, right? Redeeming the time, right? Talks about that. How are you walking, right? Because you got to walk in a way that's disciplined, that's going to help you. So, all right, number 2, the second strategic plan for way of leadership principle is the role of discipline in prioritizing tasks and managing resources. Now, I'm not going to go over this in detail. I talked about this last month, but y'all remember the 4 quadrants, right? Quadrant 1, urgent and important. Do now, right? So there's some things are urgent and important, and you got to do them when you got to do them. Now. That's quadrant 1, okay? Handling a crisis, meeting a deadline, resolving some urgent issue, whatever. Now, quadrant 2 is not urgent, but important. Not urgent, but important. Okay? So some things can be urgent, but they're not important. All right? So those are things what you do what? You plan. You plan those things. Y'all still with me? All right. Then quadrant 3 is urgent, but not important. It's urgent, okay? Excuse me, no, quadrant 2, I messed up. Quadrant 2 is not urgent, but important, right? Some things are not urgent, but they are important. You plan those. They're not urgent. You can do them 2 weeks from now. You do them 2 weeks from now. But okay? And that's good. So you plan those. All right, quadrant 3 is urgent, but not important. They urgent, but they're not important. Why are you wasting time? You act like it's quadrant 1 stuff. Because just because it's urgent, because it may be urgent for somebody else. It's not urgent for you. Right? Because this messes with your, you gotta be disciplined on this. You gotta be disciplined on this. Examples of interruptions, non-critical meetings, minor requests, because people are gonna request things from you all the time. How many of you all get requests that are not urgent, that are urgent but not important? They're urgent, people their hair is on fire, right? Or in my case, skull. Okay, the hair is on fire, but it's not important. So why are you wasting a lot of time on it? Or quadrant 4, not urgent and not important. Now you shouldn't be doing this at all. Not urgent, not important. Eliminate those things. Why are you wasting your time? How many hours you have in a day? 24. I wish I could squeeze 25, but I can't. Right? Only time I get that is when I'm traveling and you go back in time. And I like that sometimes. You go back in time, you get 2 more hours. Bad things, you got to come back. So you can't manipulate time that way, right? So you got to maximize your time every single day. And guess what? If you're not careful, people will take your time. Right. Time is a very, very precious commodity. I think it's one of the most precious commodities that there is, because you can't make any more of it. Somebody said, "No, it's money." No, people make money all day long. A lot of money out there. I was at the SMD conference. I said, "Look at all this money around here. Oh my goodness! All these defense contractors in space and all. I mean, they make billions, right? Money's the problem. Time. Time. What are you going to do with your time? Does this make sense?
Yes, sir.
Y'all good? All right, let's go number 3 right quick. Maintaining discipline during periods of change or crisis. Maintaining discipline, okay, in times of periods of change or crisis. All right, so challenges in crisis leadership. Let's talk about it. Increased uncertainty can tip leaders to deviate from disciplined decision making. Increased uncertainty. You ever been uncertain about something and you was tempted to deviate from your original plan? We all have, right?
Yeah.
You gotta stick to it. You gotta stick to it. Emotional responses may cloud your judgment. It can't be a response based on just your emotions. Now, every decision you make is an emotional decision, in the sense that information comes through up through your spinal cord, come through your limbic system where your amygdala is at, right? Where your emotions are at, and then to your frontal cortex where you make decisions at. So every decision you make comes through your limbic system where your amygdala at, where your emotions are housed. Every decision. You have to regulate that. And sometimes you just gotta take a deep breath. Calm down. So your brain can produce some dopamine so you can think the right way. Because if not, the reverse is cortisol, which is not good. Okay? And so but guess what this requires? Big D, discipline. And you have to be intentional about it. Right? You know, that's why the scripture says, you know, we should have temperance, what King James said, right? Which is what? Self-control. Self-control. How many of you besides me been out of control before? And made decisions on that. Okay, and then discipline yourself. Did it hurt you?
Yes.
It did, didn't it? Did you ever pay a price?
Yes.
Yes, I know I did. Can't speak for you, but I know I did. Generally you do. So it's very, very important that we intentionally understand discipline. Okay? Strategies, still under number 3, maintaining discipline during periods of change and crisis. Strategies to stay disciplined. How do we stay disciplined? Number 1, anchor in values. Core values to guide your actions. Anchor yourself in your core values. You should have some things. You should have some I will never do.
Yeah.
Should have a few of those.
Mm-hmm.
I will never do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just bedrock. I don't care what happens. I ain't doing that. You should have some of those. You really need to be disciplined and have some of those. Your core values determine, okay, what you will and will not do. And none of us are perfect. We know we all are human. We all have weaknesses and everything else. But you ought to have some core values that, no, this is off the table. Okay? Make sense? All right. The second strategy. Plan, then pivot. Plan, then pivot. Because if you don't have no plan, then you can't you can't really pivot. You don't have alternative. As I talked last night, what was it, y'all? Batna, right? You got an alternative plan, okay, to what your what I'm trying to say, your negotiation is, right? So plan, then pivot. But if you don't have any plan, you can't pivot. You just kind of go with the wind. Create a flexible plan that can adapt without losing sight of priorities. You got to have some wiggle room. All right, a little bit. You can't be if the Golden Gate Bridge was rigid, it'd be in trouble how it's built right now. It's on it's a suspended bridge. It moves. Keeps the road from not just crumbling, right? How many of you have ever been in a big building, like a skyscraper almost, and you feel it swaying a little bit? If it this way, what will happen? it'll break. It'll fall down. It has to have some wiggle room to adjust the wind, everything. It moves. You ever been to Sears Towers or Empire State Building or any building like that? It moves a little bit. You ain't even like this, okay, y'all. It's not no hurricane. There's a few right here, but it moves. It moves a little bit, right? It moves a little bit. Why does it move? It has to be flexible. You have to be disciplined, but you gotta allow yourself some movement. Am I making sense?
Sure.
Because if not, then you're gonna break. And guess what? Many of us in this room have broke before. Right? I know I have. I'll never forget in Hawaii at a practicum with Dr. Wayne Cadera. And Dr. Wayne Cadera is a leadership guru. He wrote many books on how to change culture. But he leads the largest church there in Hawaii. And Wayne was he's teaching, and he said, guys, give yourself room so you don't break. And he talked about how he was jogging one day and then felt himself in a depression. Had a attack out of this world. Had a nervous breakdown. Literally, had to stop ministering for 3 months and everything. He said, I was too rigid. I was listening to all the demands of people, right? Not urgent, not important, and doing those. And he had too much weight, and he broke. Okay, and we all like, whoa, crap, he broke. Whoa. What about us? Okay, important. Communicate clearly and often. Strategy to stay disciplined. Communicate clearly and often. Transparency fosters trust and reinforces focus. Be transparent, right? Just tell people. Just tell them the truth. And if they try to talk about you or this or that, they small-minded. Because we all of us, okay, are growing. None of us are perfect, okay? But communicate clearly and often. Where are we? Where are we going? If you're on a team, right? Your goals, your dreams, or whatever it may be. Go ahead and communicate those. Stop assuming. Assumption will get you in trouble. Right. I'm going to say it one more time. Assumptions will get you in trouble. Just think if Boeing, if the engineers at Boeing just, assuming the dynamics of the airplane. I just make assumption. And right now we the engineers, and I said, I just figured Rodney had made those calculations. We have airplanes falling out of the sky. Assumptions are bad things. Communicate clearly, often, consistent. All right. Here's a key takeaway. Leaders who prioritize effectively can maximize resources and minimize waste. Leaders who prioritize effectively. Get your priorities in line. Tell your neighbor, get your priorities. Tell your neighbor, get your priorities in line. I didn't say you couldn't go on vacation. I didn't say you couldn't watch movies at night. But if you're watching movies every night and you're not doing anything to work on yourself growing, hey, I'm Doc Rock. I love you. But you are hurting yourself. Now you can continue to do it. It's not going to hurt me necessarily directly, maybe indirectly, but not directly. But it's going to hurt you directly. You see what I'm saying? We have to discipline ourselves to do certain things. Okay? And have yourself accountable to it. Yep, have yourself accountable. All right, let's go to number 4. Fostering a culture of discipline. Fostering a culture of discipline. This segment focuses on empowering leaders to instill a disciplined mindset. We want to underline mindset across their teams and organizations, you personally as well, ensuring accountability and sustained excellence. Disciplined mindset. Because here's the deal. It's a play on words really there. Because discipline is a mindset. discipline is a mindset. You ever seen a person that don't have a mindset that anything goes, whatever? You ever seen that person? Maybe you was that person. Hopefully you're not that person now. But if you are, you're in the right place today. Okay? How did they live? What results they got? Anybody? You gotta talk about it. You gotta call their name, but would you follow them?
No.
Y'all said they quit. I had this and I had no. Why? Why wouldn't you follow them?
No direction.
No direction.
Yeah.
What else?
Life and chaos.
Life and chaos. I mean, freestyle, I like that. Life and chaos. Yeah. What else?
Well, most of them can't make decisions.
That's good too. Most of them can't make decisions. Why can't they make decisions?
And no plan.
Have no plan.
No discipline.
No discipline. You see where I'm going with this, right? Very, very important. And mindset is whatever happens. But they may brag on what they're going to do and talk about the great things that's going to be in the future. Let them do that. Don't beat them up. But if you can slide in and say, how? Because discipline help answer the question, how? How? How are you going to do it? Say you're going to do it. How are you going to do it? Well, it's going to take me learning this skill. Oh, how are you going to learn this skill? Well, I guess I'm going to have to go to school. What does that require? Getting up every morning. Because right now, you're just getting up when you get up. Sometimes it's 11, sometimes it's 12, and you ain't retired. Now, you're retired and you paid your dues, that's different, okay? But you just getting up doing what you want to do. You won't have results. There is a reason why people are in the position they're in. And I know that the media and everybody told you it's because of this and this and this. Those things may have attributed to it, okay? But when the dust settle, we are where we're at based on the discipline we engaged in yesterday. You are today what you thought what?
Yesterday.
You'll be tomorrow.
Thinking right now.
What you're thinking right now. Your mindset. If your mindset is a mindset of discipline, you're going somewhere. If not, you'll be one of those people. How many of you all run into your old high school classmates and they still talking about like when y'all was in high school, like it's today?
Right.
Now, Pizzy Gray's probably one of the oldest people in here, and he got his hand raised.
Both.
I mean, he's talking about what we did in high school and all this, like it's today. Like, whoa. They don't have a new story. They don't have a new story. You know why? Because they forfeited discipline up until right now. So they don't have a new story. They don't have no new results. So now I run, man, hey Sack, man, because Sack, they call me Sack in high school. Hey Sack, man, what, you remember at so-and-so game? And there's nothing wrong with that. We all reminisce.
Right.
But that's all they have to say. Yeah, man. And you're like, okay. And you waiting on them to say something like what happened in their life the last 10 years.
Last year.
Last year. That's good.
Right.
Right?
Right.
But you don't get it. Because they haven't disciplined themselves in any area. And they're around other people who don't have a disciplined mindset. Right? Now it's not scripture, but it's close to it. It's truth. You are like the 5 closest people in your life. If it's 5 of them, guess what? You the 6. If it's 5 of them, you the 6. You the 6, okay? Y'all still good? All right, so let's look at this, right? Okay. So 1 Corinthians 11:1 says, imitate me just as I also imitate who? Christ. This is Paul speaking on leadership. When you look at scriptures, don't just be spiritual. Be godly, relational, so it can have some practicality to it. So Paul is saying, okay, I'm your leader. We know he's not perfect because he asked God to remove this thorn from him. Like, no, so we know he got some issues, right?
That's right. That's right.
So let's just understand that. But then he says, imitate me as I imitate the Lord. Okay, Christ. When he's saying this, okay, I'm gonna discipline myself to do certain things, and I want you to follow me. Let's talk about this, okay? How leaders, number one is 4 areas. How leaders set the tone for discipline in their teams. Paul set the tone. He set the tone of and made himself accountable. Because when you tell people to, hey, imitate me, they look it. See, they look it now. How leaders, number one, how leaders set the tone for discipline. Number one, leadership as a model of discipline. Teams mirror their leaders. Leaders must exemplify the discipline they expect from others. You cannot expect other people to walk in a discipline you're not doing.
That's right.
You can't say, hey, be on time, but yet you always 10 minutes late. You cannot command them to be on time. You can, but that's not good leadership because you haven't exercised the discipline. All right. Number the second thing, consistency in actions. Consistency in actions, communication, and decision making reinforces disciplined behavior. You gotta be consistent. You can't communicate one thing today and something else tomorrow is totally different. You gotta be consistent in your communication. All right? In your decision making. Be consistent. Because if you do something today that makes sense and then tomorrow you're doing something crazy, you keep doing that, I'm kind of like, I don't know. We looking at you sideways, leader. I'll tell you the truth. And guess what? We all question our leaders.
Yes.
We do. We all do. I know y'all question me sometimes. You don't say it, but you do. It's all right. That's fair. That's fair. Okay? That's fair. Authority is given. Trust is earned. And after you earn it, you have to sustain it. Right? Now, let me say this. I'm not saying we're looking for everybody to be perfect. None of us are perfect. If you are perfect, please teach me after this. Well, I got a coaching session after this, but later on this evening, come see me. I need to come see you because I need you to show me how to be perfect. Now we are mature. They're very perfect in King James being mature. All right. Number 2, best practices for setting the tone. Set clear expectations for behavior. You may want to outline that. Clear expectations for behavior, performance, and values. Do you and your team know what the expectations are? If I'm working for Lorena, I'm gonna pick on her today. What are your expectations for me? What are you expecting from me in behavior, performance, the values we have? You gotta have clear expectations. And guess what? We all can slip on that. We all can miss it, right? Because sometimes we get busy, and so we don't give expectations like we need to. But it helps with discipline, right? Number 2, demonstrate discipline practices such as time management, follow through. Say it one more time. Follow through. Okay? And sometimes you gotta get other people to help you. I have people helping me all the time for follow through. I send me a text, do this, remind me, because I want to be a person that follow through. Because if you're not a person that follow through, after a while, people gonna fall off. Because they know you don't have no follow through. You may have great intentions, but intentions are not enough. Okay? Make sense? In ethical decision making. Ethical decision making. We are a society today that's very unethical. People just do stuff. The golden rule, doing others as you have them doing to you. Oh no. That's thrown out the window in the society we're in today.
Yeah.
But are you gonna be ethical? See, you have to decide that. Just because other people not ethical are you gonna be ethical in your decision making? Then recognize and reward disciplined efforts to reinforce desired behaviors. Okay, so you got to recognize, okay, people who do well, because recognition is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. People want to be recognized. Okay, all right. The third thing of how to set the tone for discipline for others is interact. Let's do this interactive discussion. Okay, so share some specifics that you have modeled and disciplined on your team. Anybody have anything that they do on a consistent basis that your team can follow? Well, your team may be your family, maybe whomever. Okay, informal team. Anybody have something that you do that you can share? Something that you model, whether it's being punctual, whether it's, recognizing people for doing well or whatever.
Diet and exercise.
Diet and exercise. Okay, diet and exercise. You say example. That's good. That's good. Tanya? Yeah.
Communication. Talking to your team. And for me, if I need someone to do something, like it's kind of important for me to hear them repeat it back to me, so I can make sure that they understand exactly what I'm saying. Then I feel like the task can be carried out.
Yeah.
Because if not, I don't think in my mind, I just don't think it's gonna be done.
No, that's great, because here's the thing. Here's the thing with communication. What I'm getting ready to say, y'all. You think you did it.
Yeah.
That's the problem with communication. You think you did it, and that's why some of y'all been around me a long time, and I say, you tracking? You got me? We good? Sometimes what did I say? Because people we all different.
Yeah.
We interpret things different. So you want to make sure that they see it the way it need to be seen. Anybody else?
Don't ask them to do things that you won't do yourself.
Don't ask them to do things you won't do yourself. Marcy.
Two things that I do. One is whenever there's questions, I try to put a period there. Meaning, like when there's like this overwhelming hope, like how are we gonna like a problem or something, I call that question. So trying to get a resolve, strategize. And then the other thing is something else I do, but follow through, making sure that we see it all the way to the end, so that they don't think that there's really no resolve to things. Like sometimes it looks like it's impossible.
Okay.
Feel them in. You try to follow it through, see it to the end.
It's good.
With them.
With them. Servant leadership. What else? Anybody? Yeah, Loretta.
I'm punctual, and I make sure that every morning I'm like, good morning, South Rain Sunshine. But even with the different projects that I support, I make sure that every week people have a dedicated day to sit down with me and they feel like they matter, and I just work their stuff that day. And that way they know that I'm focused on them only. So that's
Like that. It's good stuff. All that's good stuff. One of the worst things in the world is ask somebody to do something you're not willing to do yourself.
Right.
I always tell people in any organization I lead, I'm willing to do what you do if I need to do it. Most of y'all know I clean my own office. I do everything, right? Why? I'm just modeling something. Okay, I'm modeling servant leadership, right? Somebody bring something to the car. Can I help? Those little things matter. And people see those things. Okay? It's not to make you look a hero. It's for you to model discipline. And just think about you. If you work for someone and they never did anything. I mean, they don't do anything. How does it make you feel? They don't work hard at all. Cheated. If you're a leader, you need to be working hard. I tell you all, you won't outwork me now.
Okay.
You won't outwork me. You just won't do it. Now you may, but in my mind, you won't. Okay? That's important. Now, I'm not saying you got to do what they do. I mean, no matter what your position requires different things. So not necessarily you do what they do, but you ought to be doing what you're supposed to be doing. Okay? Important. All right. What behaviors signal a lack of discipline in leadership? Can y'all think about what behavior would tell you that somebody don't have discipline?
Being late,
Being late.
never completing tasks.
Never completing a task.
When
No,
there's always like,
no, go ahead.
when there's always like chaos on the team and like
Hold on a
confusion.
second. Go ahead.
Sorry, chaos on the team, confusion, like inner conflict within the team. So that seems like the team is leading
Mhm.
instead of the leader leading. The team.
Mhm.
Because when the leader is always like reactive instead of proactive.
Mhm.
So when you're reactive as a leader, you are actually following the chaos, which means they're leading, you're just following them.
Mhm. That's good. What else? Anybody? So when you sense that there's no discipline in people, what signals are there? What signs are there?
Lazy,
Lazy? Oh yeah.
complaining.
Complaining.
Other people complaining about.
Complaining and other people complaining. Got it. Yeah, no doubt. No, right? Yeah. And those things are not good things. And here's what you want. You want to be accountable to people. There are some people in this city that I have given permission. If you see me out of order or not doing what I need to do, okay, or this or that, you have permission to tell me and tell me strong. And they know they are. And they do. Right? You need that. Because without accountability, discipline will go out the door. You gotta be accountable to somebody. Or somebody's. And guess what? We all gonna be accountable. One way or other, you're gonna have some discipline. Whether it's proactive or reactive. Right? So we talk about fostering a culture of discipline. Is this all right?
Sir.
All right. Number 2, encouraging accountability at all levels. Moving right into it. Why accountability matters. Why does it matter? Romans 14:12 says, each of us shall give account of himself to God. Okay, so he's watching, but we must be accountable to one another. Okay? Accountability fosters trust and reliability within teams. Accountability fosters what? Trust and reliability within teams. So when you're accountable, people can trust you more.
Right. That's right.
They trust you more. And you all know when it comes to getting anything done, especially teamwork, the foundation of the pyramid is from trust to results. Most people looking for results, but you got to build trust first. Trust is not given. Trust is earned. It's earned. It's earned. It's earned. Okay. So disciplined teams take ownership of outcomes. Here it is, both successes and failures. If you discipline, you gonna take ownership of whether you win or fail. Now, Moss can tell you, we had a major failure years ago. I fell on the sword, did I not? In the meeting. And I didn't even know it was happening.
No.
I was blind. But guess what? I'm the CEO. I fell on the sword. See, when you discipline, you take ownership, whether it's good or bad. Then people will follow you. You correct things. Make sense? And I'm not trying to be a hero with that. Go ahead.
Can I give the caveat to this story?
Yeah, sure.
Caveat to that story is though, he fell on the sword and that one time, he never had to do that again.
No.
Because when he found out that people had been lying or whatever, he went in with disciplinary actions and movement and restructure for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
He never did that. Had fallen
No.
Once.
No, one time. Absolutely. But you gotta be disciplined. And it hurts. Discipline gonna hurt you some. It's not easy. We're in a generation now, everybody want everything easy.
Right.
Very easy. Let's make it easy for me. No, that is not how you grow. I'm not saying it's not. Now you want some things comfortable, but everything can be. All right. So, how to build accountability. Number 1 is establish transparent goals and metrics for success. Number 2, create a feedback-rich environment where team members regularly assess and refine their performance. Keep looking at it, assessing it, as you go. Number 3, encourage peer accountability by fostering open communication and collaboration. Peer accountability, meaning that you're accountable to your peer, not just to your leader, or boss, you may say, but one another. Because peer-to-peer accountability is much better, than peer to a boss than you to boss accountability. Say it that way. Peer-to-peer, be accountable to one another. Okay, pretty powerful. All right, the third way to foster this culture of discipline, recognizing and addressing lapse in organizations of discipline. Signs of lapse in discipline. All right, missed deadlines, inconsistent performance, low morale. Okay, there's a gap somewhere. Got to figure it out. Okay, lack of follow through on initiatives or standards. Yes, okay, that means there's some lapse somewhere. No follow through, and then tolerate. Here it is. Circle this one. Highlight it. Exclamation mark. Tolerate mediocrity or excusing non-compliance. It's a big one, y'all. It's a big one. We all have to deal with it. Including myself. We all have to deal with it. Okay? Do not tolerate mediocrity. Don't tolerate average. God did not call us to be average. Head, not the tail. Boy, I mean, people preach that. Who on the head, not the tail. Above on it, not the head. Linen, not the bar. I would want to throw some at some people. Because we're not going to do any disciplinary thing to be that. It's just a slogan. It got to be more than a slogan. I do not like average. I don't, because that ain't what God calls to be. And I want to be on the bottom. And that's not being arrogant. I'm just saying, no. Who want an average company?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what? Got myself an average wife. Who says that? Oh yeah, he's an average husband. Who have average kids? Look, Bubba, he average. That don't even sound right, does it? No, you're not called to be average. So you can't tolerate mediocrity. Cannot tolerate it. All right? Strategies to address lapse. So how do you address it? Right quick. We're going to get out of here. How do you address it? Number 1, conduct a root cause analysis to identify underlying issues. What I mean by that? Inspect yourself. Put down SWOT. SWOT. Give yourself a SWOT analysis. Give your team a SWOT analysis. Okay? Put down capital S, capital W, capital O, capital T. Root cause. The S stands for strength. Strengths. Figure out what your strengths are. The W stands for weaknesses. What are your weaknesses? And be truthful. O stands for opportunities. What are some opportunities out there for you, your team? They out there. Threats. What are some threats inside and outside that's going to threaten you going forward? Going to threaten those opportunities. Because you have threats. Hey, fine. Just know them. Keep your enemies close. All right? Make sense? Check up from the neck up. Look around from the shoulder down is another way to say it. Check up from the neck up. Look around from the shoulder down. Look at yourself. Okay? All right. Number 2, reinforce organizational values and standards through targeted training or communication. Get some of that today. Got to have some intentional target training, communication. Talk about it. Right? Talk about it. And then apply corrective actions with fairness. But it got to be corrective actions. Marcia said earlier, I haven't had to do that again because we applied some corrective actions. I mean, I got in the weed, did I not? I'm a heads up person. CEOs are not supposed to be heads down. If your CEO, if your leader, or you the manager, and you are heads down, you are in trouble if you heads down alone. Pastor shouldn't be head down, okay, doing all the work. We should be heads up, vision. But there are times you got to go be heads down, micromanage some, so you can come back up. Right? So you got to correct that action. With fairness, I was fair. Was I not fair, Marsh? I think I was fair. I was fair. Mm-hmm. And consistently to rebuild, here it is, to rebuild trust and discipline. And in that situation, I think it's in one of my books. I didn't spell out what it was, but I didn't. But we rebuilt trust in a way that we never had before. Never had before. Inside and outside. Okay? So it can happen. All right, key takeaway. Leaders establish the culture of discipline by modeling as you, and reinforcing the behaviors they wish to see. What do you want to see? You gotta model that. What do you want to see? It's like in church, pastors say, you know what? When everybody come to prayer meeting, and he or she never show up. Never. No, you got other stuff in business, but never. Really? Okay. Don't work that way. All right. Last thing. One discipline I will strengthen in the next 30 days. You gotta tell me? You're gonna need to think about it. Think about it. But make sure you fill it out before the end of tomorrow. If not, you won't do it. You won't do it. All right? One discipline you're going to do to strengthen yourself in the next 30 days. And I want you to think about it. If you know it, okay. Maybe I'm going to read more. I'm going to read a chapter a day. Read a chapter of the Bible. Okay? And I'm going to read a chapter of a book. And you'll be surprised how much of the Bible you'll read. If you read one chapter of the Bible a day, you'll complete the whole New Testament in a year, easily. Okay. It's one chapter. One chapter. Read one chapter of a book a day. Or can you read a chapter? Read 2 pages. You're like, wow, man, I completed 4 books this year. Let's read 2 pages, okay? Or whatever you need to do. All right, got 4 minutes. Questions. If I don't have the answer, I will make it up. I'm just kidding.
What was the question you had asked when I had went outside and I think I came back and Philip was talking?
I have no idea. I don't know, Barry. I don't know when you went outside. I know you outside, but I don't know. Sorry. I don't know. I can't answer that one. Oh, the question was, are you just, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I really don't. I can't. I wish I could.
Those examples of when we were giving examples of your leader being, I don't know. No, we had already talked about that. She was in there.
You're right.
She was in there.
Oh no. Boss?
So, could you elaborate a little bit on, like we talking about, you don't want a business that's running with mediocrity?
Mm-hmm.
Because we often say, like, we can't go any further in our mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So when we're in business, I know a lot of times people have elaborate ideas of businesses with no real plan or even know-how.
Right.
So can you?
Yeah, because if you're in business without no plan, when we started, in office today with that, if you have no plan, no goals, then you have no discipline.
Right.
You are wishing for something to happen.
Right.
And because a plan forces you to take action steps, which actions require what? Discipline. It's all about you getting down to the small rocks. Everybody wants the big rocks, right? I want this, I want that, but it's the small rocks. that you got to focus on. You heard me say this before, and I learned this from a billionaire. Master the mundane. Master the mundane. That being that text me this morning. A whale was jumping out the water. I'm like, where are you at? He's an Iceland, bro. He only do that. He only does that so I can say, hey man, I need to go. Yeah. And then right there. A whale. Yeah. I'll take some money. Iceland. But guess what? Master. Why can he be in Iceland? I give him credit. He's mastered the mundane. I mean mastered it. Okay. What else? One more minute. Okay.
Can I just have words?
Yes,
I
sir.
just want to interject on the fourth quadrant that, first of all, I want to apologize to the class and also to you, that when I interrupt your class to talk to you, I did that because I am your covenant.
No, you fine.
Covenant, but like I robbed this class for 45 seconds, as well as the people online, that have you step out for a moment. But I do want to
appreciate
apologize that we did not, because I don't like interrupt and take advantage of anybody. Y'all time was valuable. My time was valuable. But I felt because we was on a covenant relationship that that's something that I would not let my brother or sister walk in a place where I don't cover them and then have to tell them out after everything.
Yeah.
But I do want to apologize.
No. And let me say, Dr. Gray, Mr. Gray, I appreciate it. Had a wardrobe malfunction. He
You
called.
got the key, you got to see what we're saying.
Yeah.
Shy.
So I appreciate it. Those who watch it.
I love how this is for business, but even in some of my conversations with some of your leaders as well, just looking at how this translates into parenting.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Mhm.
I see a lot.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, do you have any, is there any differences between this and running your household?
No, same.
Okay.
So let me say this. Most of the things I teach, and I say this even when I'm teaching corporate America, as far as this, but there's rarely anything I teach that you can use personally. Yeah, absolutely. It's like emotional intelligence. Every parent needs to learn emotional intelligence and stop screaming.
I'm trying, dog.
I know. Well, hey, can I say this? If you grew up, and I ain't saying you grew up like this, I'm not trying to talk about your parents, but if you grew up in a household that happened, you have to reprogram yourself. And it's not easy. No. We're all growing. So we have to just apply these things and remind ourselves and calm down, all that kind of thing. Yeah, it's good though. All good.
I have a question. If you done talking about discipline planning, if you done plan like you got planned something more than 2 or 3 things in a time, do it a must head. How often would you say like 5 plan something for the month of September? How often do you go back and revisit? You're trying to keep this and plan this right here that you got in this month, going flowing, but you already got the plan in September already going, and so because you're trying to stay strategic and keep the group on this task. You feel like, I feel like this going out without a plan in September has been the ball being dropped. How often do you go back and revisit your plan? I guess what I'm trying to say.
That's a great question. And this is the truth. With me, it's almost daily.
Okay.
Would you not say or not? Would you not say, I mean, now, most people, you probably weekly need to go back and look at it. Because things shift. We're in a very shifting world too. So I would look at it, just like, and what I do is I have my day plan and stuff, my goal. And so I'm like, okay, that ain't gonna work. I had planned to go to the dentist yesterday, but I needed to be needed. It was priority for me to be at SMD symposium yesterday. So what did I do now? I text you early yesterday morning. Say, I need you to get this moved. Okay. Now get my teeth done. It's important. Okay. I need to go, get my teeth cleaned. It's important. But the S&D was a high priority. I can get them clean tomorrow or next week, whatever. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes it's daily, if it makes sense. But you definitely need to look at it weekly. Look at it weekly. Because I'm checking, but you go 2 or 3 weeks, you're like, oh crap, I forgot, I can't do it, and that now you gotta cancel things at the last minute with people that you shouldn't be canceling. All right? Okay, well, I'm out of time, not out of information. No, shout no bad days.
No bad day.
One more time, no bad days.
No bad day.
All right, so here it is. It's Super Sunday. It's Marvelous Monday. It's Terrific Tuesday. It's Wonderful Wednesday. It's Thursday. Fantastic Friday. Successful Saturday. Doc Rock, see you on the top. Let's go. And I'm running myself because I got 2 o'clock.